Hello, everyone. Welcome to Neon Apes episode 27. We are missing Daniel, unfortunately. He is on a vacation far away from us. He's like, I can't deal with you guys. I'm dipping. And so we miss him, but he's here in spirit. So I think this is the first episode we've only had me and you. You know, normally when Daniel like misses out, we have like a guest or something, but
yeah, but
we get a more intimate podcast.
It's kind of hard to get people during holiday season.
Yeah, plus COVID, you know.
Makes things hard.
Yeah, so we're going to be just kind of, you know, normal talking stuff, and then we might end it with, there's a subreddit called, Who Would Win?
Yeah, Who Would Win.
Just Who Would Win. And I think we were having so much fun. We were just like arguing about some of those hypotheticals. We thought that might be kind of fun. But I guess like in the time being,
it could be good filler.
Could be, yeah, exactly. Because that's how we do it here. But
good consistent content. That's what we're
yeah.
known for.
Yeah, but at first we were, you know, going way too into a topic and just like only talking about horror movies, only talking about something. And now we're just like, fuck it, I don't know. Let's browse Reddit. I don't know what have you been up to the last like week or two in terms of like games and shit? Playing anything?
Well, I've been trying to level up COD because people have already prestiged in my friend group, but I, as far as I know, I've never played with anyone besides the 2 games I played with you. So I've just been slowly leveling up. I haven't gotten that far, but like, yeah. Oh yeah,
the reason I haven't even prestiged, but the one time me and Corey played for like an hour. No, we played for like 2 or 3 hours, but it was double XP weekend.
Oh, so you got pretty far.
So yeah,
that's fair.
So I'm already like level 30 or 40 or something. The game is fun, but like it's not as good as Modern Warfare. I don't know if you feel the same way. Like it's cool, it's a fresh new Call of Duty, but like it's not as good as
the one thing is I kind of appreciate some of the tactical like movement aspects of Modern Warfare a bit more than this one. Like the shooting and the gunplay is a little realer in that one, but this one it's the same to me. Like I don't know. Yeah, you still got the sliding and the old shooting from the old one.
I think Modern Warfare just felt like smoother. Like I don't know why, it just felt like a smooth. I mean, I do, you know, I know the PC port for this new one isn't the best apparently.
The one thing is though, I'm vibing with music in this one way more than any other COD, mainly just because it's 80s themed and so all of it's like synth music. It's lit as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
But also just I like the Cold War theme a little bit. It's not used too much. You know, there's Black Ops, and that's kind of it for a while. And then they did it again. In the campaign, I was actually invested in, not only because I've said the story was cool, but like I like to know the characters. There were some cool gimmicks with Modern Warfare, and they were trying to be edgy, and they're trying to kill people. But I guess you're killing people in any game. But like there was like, you know, terrorist bombings and like, you know, innocent people dying and all this stuff. But in this one, I like there's none of the characters I cared about in Modern Warfare. Like legit, like one of them sacrifices themselves in like the ending of the campaign, and then like they reveal in one of the season passes of that he's alive as one of the playable characters, and it's like Alex is back, and I'm like, cool.
Wait, so like were there DLCs to the campaign or
no, it was just one of the playable characters I remember. It was just like you could play as the guy that blew up in the end of the campaign. And
so were they trying to like lore-wise say he didn't actually die?
Because like he was like, I thought you were dead. Like Ghost was like, and he was like,
see, like they could have just been like, oh, play as this character before they die,
or just the multiplayer. It's multiplayer.
Well, yeah, exactly. So like you could have done whatever, but if they're trying to like create a lore, I keep, because I'm subscribed to both of the subreddits, and I keep looking at the Modern Warfare subreddit, and like everybody there is just so upset that like the new Call of Duty like is out, because they're like Modern Warfare is better than Cold War. Like why do we gotta?
It's siphoning off the players.
Yeah, but like I mean
that's always been COD.
They still are gonna support it, you know. I just like, but apparently like the new season for Modern Warfare got delayed or something like that. But yeah, Call of Duty is interesting. I've played it a little bit. I streamed it a little bit. I was gonna like make a review for just the multiplayer side of things, but I was like, I haven't even prestiged yet. I've used like 3 of the guns. I don't know. I didn't feel very qualified to, I will say that.
I barely use any of the guns because I feel like I haven't unlocked enough. Even though I'm already 25, I have a couple.
Oh yeah, there's not a lot of weapons in the game.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say though is in terms of like skill-based matchmaking, like I wasn't like I didn't know what side of that argument I was really on before this game. I was like, I saw both sides. I was like, okay, well, casual players need like, it's not fun to get bodied all the time, but like, I will say the skill-based matchmaking in Cold War is like crazy strong. Like me and Corey were playing and we were like doing good and then like you would just get dumpstered, and like it shows you like your last couple games played, and it's literally, for me, it was like do good, get bodied, do good, like it was consistently every third game.
Yeah,
I got bodied.
I understand, like it's definitely noticeable. Like I was like kicking ass until one point, and like you can feel it kicking in. The computation being like, okay, I see where you are in this tier.
Which like it shouldn't. I mean, because like so then it's just so easy to just like go kill yourself a bunch of times.
I just wish it was optional, like in some way. I don't know how you would make it optional, because
like a ranked mode.
Yeah, or like.
But the problem is like
no one's gonna play it.
It's the same like with Hearthstone as an example. Like apparently, which Hearthstone's been going through a whole controversy of its own. It's like I just started playing the game again, and like I don't know. They're somehow making it even more pay to win. Like somehow, like that whole battle pass system or whatever.
Yeah.
That supposedly was gonna make it better.
It's a card game being more pay to win.
I don't know, dude. I don't know how they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But Caitlin, my girlfriend, was talking about how she tried to play it a long time ago, and she kept playing casual, like the casual matchmaking, and she kept getting bodied. And I was like, oh, well, you're supposed to play ranked, because then you'll actually go up against other new players. So like if you have a casual and a ranked, casual players might
they'll go to the casual. Yeah, I know you mean.
Yeah.
It is simple.
So it's not actually
I understand why they don't, but it is like.
And apparently like they've said that like having skill-based matchmaking makes them like more money, because like people play for longer. Like overall the stats,
it works,
people play longer.
You're not gonna, when you're a new player, you're like, oh, I'm actually doing good, I want to play a little bit more. Like honestly, like that first impression really probably motivates you to play more.
Yeah, and like just doing okay, or even if you're bad, as long as you're not getting dumpstered.
Yeah.
That like getting dumpstered like is like a whole, I mean it's not fun.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, dying 3 times and getting a kill, dying 3 times, getting a kill, it can be a little frustrating, but it's a lot more enjoyable than.
I want to go back to Call of Duty in a second.
Yeah.
I don't want to completely diverge from it, but I realized that like that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't really get into too many of the From Software games, all those like Dark Souls games.
Oh yeah.
Or specifically Sekiro, the one that came out a while ago.
The Shadows Die Twice, is that what it was called?
Yeah. Is like they're really good games. I understand that, but like when I die like 7 times as the same guy, I'm not motivated to play again. Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to die 3 more times, and then I'm not going to progress. And then like I would like, and some people like are able to get it out of it.
Yeah.
And I can to a degree, but it's also tiring.
Yeah, that reminds me, the first time I ever gave Dark Souls a chance, I don't know what Dark Souls it was, I don't know. But apparently I accidentally activated like hard mode in Dark Souls itself. Apparently like there's a faction that you go to, and if you join their faction, the game gets harder.
Apparently, yeah, I know about.
And it doesn't tell you
a little bit of this.
So I didn't know, so I joined a faction, and I was like, guys, I'm like okay at video games. I'm not like, I understand this game's supposed to be hard, but I'm like, this is actually impossible. And they're like, oh, you're being a little bitch, like. But it's Dark Souls.
I would be so mad in your shoes as well if I heard like, oh, you just activated the hard mode. It's like, you could have told the game, could have told me.
Like, I mean, like as far as I remember, there was no indication. And people that like play a lot of the game, they're like, oh yeah, that was hard mode. It's like, how the fuck was I supposed to know that? Like,
yeah, like at least some text being like, hey, the game will be harder if you do this.
Yeah,
would be appreciated rather than being like, oh, you're supposed to infer that or something.
Yeah, so. Because I was like, I promise, I'm probably a little bad at video games, but I was like, I'm not this bad. But
back to Black Ops. My only other point is, I've never had such mixed but strong experiences on a story since like maybe Last Jedi. Mainly because like whoever did like the screenwriting of this 4-hour plot they had to do, pretty fucking good idea. I don't know why. I just like the little twist. They have a twist that like I like the gimmick of it, and like it was just like a really fun like go through. Like they really hit the nail on the head of for the most part of the Cold War aspect. There are some parts that I find funny in context. Like for example, best mission of the whole game is, in my opinion, is you're like, all right, we need to get into the fucking, I forget what the building's called, but it's the headquarters of the KGB. So it's like, we need something from here. So we have a guy that can get us in. This is our only chance. And you play as that double agent. And you have to, like, that day they discovered they have a double agent and they're trying to hunt him down. And you're the head of security, so you have to find him. But you're also them. Oh. So you have to frame someone else. Like, there's a side mission where you have to frame someone else while getting the documents you need to help them come in. It's really fun. But, like, as soon as you play as yourself, like the actual character you're supposed to be, after it's like, all right, we need to get into the basement. So you get in the costume and you go down, and it's like, all right, we're ready. You pull up these weapons, like, with, like, full attachments. Like, after all that work with infiltrating, with languages, all that, you blast your way to the vault. Like, through, like, it's Call of Duty. It's so Call of Duty to me, where it's like, all right, good. You use these tactics. All right, we're in. Like, shooting their way. And not even that. It's like payday levels where, like, they brought, like, the Juggernaut gimmick suits, and you have to shoot your way out of the whole building. Like, the cops are coming, like, their military police are coming in, and you have, like, these LMGs you're blasting. I'm like, how is this deep cover ops here? It's so funny that they would do so much effort to, like, getting there covered and doing it subtly, and then they just blast their way through it by Call of Duty logic. And I guess for me, it's like, why didn't you just, if you're just gonna, like, going in and out this quickly, you could have just
done that from the beginning. We didn't need to do the whole.
It was just a weird. Any Call of Duty has that tone deafness, but the only part that's still weird, just because it's, you know how Modern Warfare tried to make it edgy with, like, morally gray torture.
Yeah.
Like, and neither side's that good, even though one side's doing the worst things. But the problem with that was there was some real bad controversy with how the story kind of pinned things historically that were what America did as the Russians doing it.
Oh.
And that was always
that's just kind of caught as well. I mean, I feel like that's also partly because, like, doesn't, like, the military help fund those games?
Yeah, but this one, this story did a lot better where, like, not only did the U.S. did some shitty stuff during the Cold War, they were kind of indirectly, or basically ones that caused the conflict of this game, where the CIA implanted nukes, and, like, that's how in European countries, in case they get invaded, which doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
But, like, that's the reason the villain is able. It doesn't just get his hands on one. He corrects the code on all of them, so he's able to detonate them all if he wants, and that's, like, the whole plot of the whole thing. And at the last mission, there's this reveal about you and, like, who you really are and all this stuff. But, like, the cutscene happens, and it's like, sometimes we don't always do, like, the most moral thing, but we always do the right thing, or, like, we do what's best for everyone. It's like this badass scene about the Black Ops crew, and I'm like, what if you just, like, legit is basically responsible for this whole thing? You can't just be like, you know, we're the good guys in this situation, and yet the bad guys are literally setting off the nukes. But
why were they there in the first place? Like, that's pretty dumb.
It's literally, like, incrementally worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so funny to me how they're still trying to make it like they're the good guys.
Yeah. Have you played the zombies of that game at all?
I played one match because
is it like fun?
It's fun.
The one thing I want to play.
You can pick a class. You can start with a weapon in it. Oh, which is weird.
There's even, like, skins and stuff. Yeah. Like, you can get gold camo, like, all that. But for zombies, which I think is pretty cool. But I want to play Dead Ops 3 or whatever. The top down zombies.
Oh, I forgot
they made a new version of the top down zombies, and that was, like, always one of my favorite zombie things.
And I guess back to the whole politics thing, it being in the 80s is a little weird, just because seeing, like, Reagan is such, like, a modern president. A lot of people see kind of him as, like, he was the first, after, like, Nixon, who was, for context, I guess, historically, a lot of presidents for a while, like, before TV, all you really heard about someone was through a radio, which is just audio. So if they just knew how to talk well, that's all you really needed to be a politician. And then TV happened, and that's basically how Nixon lost that one. Because he was just this, you see what Nixon looks like. He looks like a bulldog. And you see Kennedy, he looks like a Chad guy. And so, of course, he won. Yeah. And it's interesting. But then, like, he got shot. And then, I guess Nixon, I don't know how that happened. But, you know, Nixon became president later. And he fucked up terribly. Like, he did something really bad with the whole Watergate scandal. And so people were really disillusioned with presidents for a bit. So Carter was the most, like, milquetoast, like, jolly good person. I showed you that video about him.
Oh, the peanut farmer guy. Yeah.
As a peanut, like, that's when, like, you kind of had to be, in a way, a celebrity to win the presidency at that point. You had to win, like, the media in a way.
Yeah, because, like, TV and everything was such a
And then
thing.
Reagan happened, and like that's when the modern presidency started happening, in my opinion. Is like,
Yeah, that's gonna be like we were talking like off air a couple days ago, and you were talking about how like, man, eventually there might be Call of Duty with like Donald Trump in it, and like that's gonna be like, we're gonna be like 70, and you know the new Call of Duty game's gonna come out when we're 70, and it's gonna have Trump in it. We're gonna be like, oh man.
No, it's gonna be like the newest graphics at that time, which is honestly not gonna be. I mean, it'll be better than this,
some
but
VR
yeah,
stuff.
just a super hyper realistic Trump, like getting debriefed on like the villain Perseus, which is in this game, but like he's planting nukes. It's like, I need you to take this guy out along with anyone involved.
I just, man, that's
Oh my
like,
God.
when they do modern stuff, like that's just crazy. Cause it just, the older we get.
There's already been like plenty of fictional depictions of Trump already.
Yeah.
Media, whatever, already, because he's president right now. But I want to know like the first like depiction of him in a movie where it's supposed to be like a flashback to this period in time. I can't wait till that point where he's going to be part of history now.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it be. Yeah, and whether I'm sure everybody's got their opinions on him.
I literally was talking about 10 minutes earlier how I didn't want to turn this into a political thing, and it just ended up being. But whatever.
I mean, that's what I was when you talk about the story of a Call of Duty that's trying to go political or whatever. But man, yeah. I'm trying to think what else I've been playing. I've been playing. What have I been playing? I played this like roguelite called Slasher's Keep. That's kind of like, how the old Skyrim games, like the sprites are 2D almost a little bit. It's a 3D world, but like the sprites are those games, a little terrifying because like everywhere you go, they're looking at you. Like, so if you like walk around the room, they literally like perfectly like rotate. So it's like a roguelite with that. And that was kind of interesting, and I never played any of those old Skyrim games. So
is there anything else I've been doing this past couple weeks? I've been playing like, I guess I've been like watching, old like debate streams.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
I don't know if I should name it right here, but like that Destiny guy.
Oh yeah,
I've just been watching.
Like how he just like debates a bunch of things. Yeah, those are always interesting because like sometimes he makes a fool of himself, but a lot of the times he makes a fool out of the other people and stuff.
I kind of see where like he is, where like he is one of those people where like regardless of like his political, if you agree with him, he's very staunch on them, and like I don't know if I would necessarily want to like have any conversation with him personally. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Like, I
mean, it depends on the topic and stuff.
Like he's gonna be a person that like he thinks he's right and he's gonna like go with it.
Yeah, he's gonna like fight hard for it.
But it's in my opinion way more entertaining than most other ones where like they go to a public place and they pick their targets and
like at least it's like the whole. Sometimes he shows the whole thing, so sometimes he makes an ass out of himself. But I don't know. Speaking of debates, do you want to like look at that?
Oh yeah,
like,
you can pull that up.
Yeah, let's look at the. So yeah, totally. By the way, we're just stealing all of this off of the r/whowouldwin subreddit. I'm just looking at the top of all time because honestly, I haven't looked at this subreddit in a while, so I'm gonna just find something that I think would be good here. Okay, so I don't know. This is. Let me see here.
Did you already explain what it is?
Oh, okay, yeah. Here, you want to explain?
For those who don't know, Who Would Win is a subreddit. It's basically just like people posting questions on like any fictional character about. It's all those who would win, Thor or Superman or
And some of them, like, they get so in depth with like the rules and stuff like that.
A lot of them get too complex for me. Like a lot of them are just like, Batman is only in his underwear. How far can he go without someone touching with peanut butter or something like that? It's just like so.
Yeah. So okay, I think I got one. That's more of a traditional thing. Okay, kind of. It's can Shrek beat Sully from Monsters Inc. at scaring people? And so here's the thing.
Okay.
Monsters Inc. is attempting to develop another facility in Shrek's swamp. And Shrek, or the annoyed ogre heads into the city, demanding what? The annoyed ogre heads
into the
Oh, so just saying Shrek heads into the city, demanding them to get out of his swamp. Why did he describe it like that? He is told that if he can beat their best scarer, Sully, they'll stop production. Whoever can get the most screams within a standard workday's time is the winner. And there's 3 rounds, I guess, with different rules. And by the way, this is by user Exotic Shock.
Are we going through all the rules?
Let's just do round 1. Sure. Shrek will follow the rules and procedures of the company. Oh, I don't remember what.
It's just you gotta scare them and get your thing up. Like I don't know if there really many rules.
Okay, well I feel like at that point like Sully would win.
I guess that's the thing. Were there rules against like harming the children? I'm assuming there were.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So like if we have to go the specific spin, Shrek probably doesn't know their rules. I don't even know what their rules are, but Shrek definitely doesn't know their rules.
But okay, let's assume so we're saying he doesn't like go by them?
Well, the first round was that they have to follow the rules.
I guess in my eyes, they're equally scary looking to me because they're kids monsters.
Yeah.
They don't even look that scary to me.
Like, who I think looks scary? I think Shrek by default because of size.
He's bigger and he looks weirder. Like his skin's probably weird.
But he does look more humanoid than Sully. Sully's like some weird freaking gremlin.
And here's the thing, Sully, they're both good at scaring people overall. But Sully, it's like his job. Not only is his job, he's the top like earner for the company.
So that's why I want to go into these other rounds here.
I don't think like Shrek like tries or has any like professional pride in it. Like he.
Yeah. So round 2 is now that Shrek lost round 1.
Okay.
We're just gonna say because Sully is trained in the rules. So now he will do whatever he can to win.
Shrek?
So now Shrek. So I say he's gonna go and he's just gonna like he's gonna walk into a house, he's gonna take the mother of a family and just like break her over like his knee and like
I think there's levels in between that, but I know what you mean. I do think that makes him a lot more effective if he just doesn't care. Like if he's like, I need to win somehow, and a guy's got to eat somehow.
So do we say Shrek would? Do you agree Shrek would win that?
Yeah, because so he has also access to like bugs and shit though. Like he could do some fucked up shit with
like
that.
Some plague thing. So then,
or like he could just infest their house with like maggots or something.
Oh yeah, definitely. So then this is the last round. Same concept, but now with laughter instead of screams.
I want a Shrek movie directed by Ari Aster.
Who's that?
That was the Hereditary guy.
Oh, the guy that directed all those horror movies. No, I don't. I think Shrek is scary enough.
Wow.
No, I don't actually think Shrek's scary. But in terms of like if they were just trying to see who could make the other person laugh.
Oh, I
feel like that's Sully. Yeah, I feel like that's Sully. Like,
okay, we're talking about Shrek.
Wait,
1.
also,
we're talking about movie 1 Shrek.
Because I just realized Sully. I think we were thinking of the wrong monster. Sully is the big guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was. He was the small guy the entire time. That's why I said little gremlin dude, and that's why I said Shrek was bigger. I think Sully is bigger.
I thought. Yeah, I was.
Okay. Well, in terms of the laughing thing, just to get off this, Sully literally, that's the end of the Monsters Inc. the first movie.
Yeah, but
they learned how to make people laugh.
But that was Mike. Mike was the one doing that a lot.
No, but the whole facility turned into
yeah. I'm sure Sully's got gut fine with it, but like technically that was the point, was like all the minions, all the assistants started were the ones doing the work because they were the ones funnier because
okay.
So I'm saying Shrek is a pretty clever guy. Even in the first movie, he knew how to crack a joke.
Yeah.
So he could it depends on the age group. Like early kids, I could see Sully being really good at making them laugh. But like if we're talking about like preteen era,
Shrek would probably have better like toilet humor or potty humor, whatever the hell.
Yeah. And
I think he would win. So okay. This is a really good one. This is not a traditional one. Can George Washington beat Halo 2 on Legendary? And it's by user Lord Pond. And he didn't write very much.
Probably, how much prep time is he given? That's
my biggest. This is all it says. It says George Washington, founder father of America, wakes up to find himself.
Father?
founding father of America, who wakes up to find himself inexplicably in the year 2020. He discovers a note in his pocket that says the only way for him to return to 1776 is to beat Halo 2 on Legendary. Can he do it? How long does it take? So I get
a good question to start with is how long does it take them to figure out what that means?
Well, okay, yeah, that's a good thing.
He needs to like ask someone,
and like
he probably has
the culture shock.
Yeah, no, it's going to take him a while. Just it's a movie length's worth of content there.
So he's got to at first. Okay, so let's try to answer the question of how long do we think it would take. So first of all, you have.
Does he play with people? Does it say that, or by himself?
It doesn't specify. So yeah, theoretically, he could just call someone up to carry him, but how long do we think it's going to take him to actually understand 2020, understand technology? He has had, did they even have electricity?
No. I mean,
did they have light bulbs?
Supposedly Ben Franklin got struck by a lightning bolt or something, and that's how he figured it out, but no.
Yeah, I always never know who it was, like Thomas Edison or what. I know they all stole from each other or something. I don't know. There's feuds of nerds that care about who discovered electricity, I guess.
I mean, it's a pretty big achievement, but yeah, I do agree. I'd say
a year.
Oh yeah. Finally do it.
Because like he's got to, there's so much more you got to get to before that. Also, does he even want to return?
Well, that's another. Well, okay. Well, we're assuming he's trying, right?
I guess. Yeah, that's fair.
He wants to go home. I would say that's probably going to be his only motivation. You can do a lot if that's all you care about.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all just pressing buttons on a thing. And yes, you got to make him figure out how to understand.
Yeah, but like he's never even.
Yes, I understand.
I mean, that's like getting your grandma. Like, imagine going up to like some old relative in your family and being
I've played with
hand them, and they like do that thing where like when they want to turn around, they like do it in like an axis. Like they can't make smooth transitions looking around. They got to like look up and then left.
No diagonals.
And then no, diagonals are not allowed. So I think what you said earlier was where he's got to get carried. Like,
yeah, if he can play with other people, he should be fine.
But I still say it takes him a year to.
Yeah, no. But like
do that.
People are going to want to help him with that.
Okay, so let me.
God, imagine like Ninja gets like the deal to.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, streaming. Oh my gosh! Since first you have streaming with was it Drake? Then you've got all this people streaming with AOC on Among Us.
And then
Next
George Washington comes back from time. And
streaming Halo 2.
That would be like the most watched stream in history for a while.
Okay, so here we go. Dude, some of these are so hilarious. So, okay, this is, could 12 Secret Service agents protect a blow-up sex doll from 6 Navy SEALs in a crowded mall? And it's by user The Flabbergaster. And I guess let me read a couple of these rules. Donald Trump has hired his own private security, and the Secret Service gets bored and decides to practice for the next president. They must safely transport a blow-up sex doll through the mall for 1 hour. However, 6 Navy SEAls are dead set on deflating the sex doll. These are the rules. Secret Service.
I like how they go through the ropes of explaining why the Secret Service are doing it.
Oh, yeah,
like, there's no context for why the Secret Service. I mean, the
Navy SEAls. They're just like, no, we gotta. Fuck that in particular. So the Secret Service get 1 week to scout them all. So they know all the ins and outs. The Secret Service gets access to all their usual intelligence and equipment. The sex doll must be carried around at normal walking speed, except in combat and stopping for normal browsing in the mall.
Are these people willing to, are these really both willing to kill for this?
I would assume so. Because they said they're dead set, so I'm assuming like it's like a national like
shots are going to be fired before this thing's going down. But they are.
I mean, they're both like they're not going to kill like civilians. I don't think they would go that far.
Or at least not go their way.
So then here, there's 3 more rules here. I'll go over real fast. Navy SEAls have access to all their normal equipment, but no outside intelligence. So the Navy SEAls know nothing. Navy SEAls get 1 hour to recon the mall and set up before the sex doll arrives. They don't know which entrance the sex doll will be using. And Navy SEAls win if they deflate or gain control of the sex doll. And SEAls hurting any civilian mean they lose.
It's really interesting.
So the Navy SEAls are in there first.
I think the SEAls have an advantage here. Just because, well, they have the thing of surprise, right? They have a thing to prep, but they don't have a way of
they only have 1 hour to prep in there, and they don't know which entrance.
Okay.
So how many entrances are there in an average mall? Like, Probably like 20. Because you've got like probably like the main mall entrance, and then you have all the different department stores. Also, I'm assuming we're talking about an indoor mall because I know that there's like indoor and outdoor malls. So we're talking about an indoor mall.
And do the Secret Service know?
The Secret Service know about the Navy SEALs?
Yeah. Because that's a big thing.
I'm going to assume
doing this nonchalantly.
No, yeah, because the Secret Service they get all their usual intelligence. So I assume the intelligence would be.
Then I guess the Secret Service.
But it's in.
But like the Navy SEAL, like all they gotta do is
1 hour.
All they gotta do is make it deflate.
Yeah, so they could like shoot a. Would a taser blow up?
No, but like you could just like, but like literally like, it's crowded. Like they're just trying to get through it, and the Secret Service probably would have not let too many people get close. But like all it would take is someone to just go and just pop it and walk away.
Yeah,
like that's all it would take.
I think that the only reason I don't think the Secret Service have it, or no, the reason I don't think the Navy SEALs have it is a crowded mall.
Yeah.
And they only have 6 people.
Yeah. In a whole mall.
And there's 12 Secret Service.
Yeah, they could easily like, just a sex doll, you could easily like kind of hide that in a big crowd.
Yeah, like.
It literally all depends on if Navy SEALs are able to see them before they notice them or so. Like that would be mostly what it would come down to.
So I think would you say that overall we give it to the Secret Service trying to protect it unless like they get lucky?
Because Navy SEALs are good at like, specifically like probably like raiding and taking people. Like they're not like, if you said like Spetsnaz or like the CIA or like some deep op like thing like that, then that's different. But the Navy SEALs is technically more of just like a military.
Yeah, so they're not gonna, I mean, and especially if they only have an hour or something.
Yeah.
So, okay, man, some of these are absolutely crazy. Okay, this is one. So 10,000 bloodlusted gorillas are released into Times Square in New York City. How far do they get before they are all killed? And it was by user Fufus1.
Now 10,000 is a lot of gorillas.
So
and they're all bloodlusted.
Yeah,
that's going to be a
10,000.
Now, New York.
10,000 guys.
The NYPD is probably a very effective force, probably.
Yeah,
and they could probably get on it pretty quickly. But that's going to be a very chaotic first couple hours there.
So how much? So 10,000 is an absurd amount.
And it's bloodlusted gorillas. Have you seen the Planet of the Apes movies?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty. Like even if once the police show up, like with guns ready, like autos ready, they're going to get kind of wiped by that. Like they're just going to run at them.
Yeah. Like I think like overall. My guess is like the
question isn't whether or not they'd win or not. Like they'd get.
It's how much damage they. Yeah. So because eventually you just call them the National Guard or something if you need to. But ultimately, I think that's going to have to happen. I don't think like, just the New York police are going to be able to.
But okay, if they pull up the armored vehicles though, they probably have some armored vehicles that would probably be pretty effective against them.
I don't know. You have like 10 gorillas.
10 gorillas could maybe like fuck up just turn it over or something. I don't know if they'd be smart enough to do that, but.
Okay, because they are bloodlusted, so they're a little dumb, right?
I don't know if the thing makes them dumb. It just makes them really want to fuck people up, like really determined to. So, like honestly, they probably could just fuck up They could probably Could a gorilla like forcefully open a door of a vehicle?
Of a vehicle, like just a normal car?
No, like an armored car.
Oh, that's a good question.
Because like obviously, like ripping a hole in something would be hard, but like if you can like. If you have the upper body strength, maybe like pull something off its hinges or something. Yeah. But I don't know if they'd know to do that.
I think like it would probably take at least like a day or two to like kill them all. Like I don't know.
That's a lot. They could like hide. They could like they can just disperse eventually. Like eventually you'd wipe a lot of them, and then like eventually they would just be like in areas.
Okay. I guess like a day or two to stop most of the mass murder. Yes. So the question becomes, how many gorillas?
I'm just visualizing this like midday peak crowded Times Square. Just like I'm imagining like one of those Gmod, like someone just left clicking an area and just them popping out at this random point in time and just spreading and killing. Jesus, that would be so like chaotic. That would be so much like.
I would definitely say like at least like 10. How many people does each gorilla?
Does bloodlust in this instance mean like? I guess they would just go to like only spend their time trying to kill people.
Probably, yeah. Because like it's like they're going to war. So I don't know. I would say at least 10 to 20,000 people die. That's my.
That's a lot, but
that's
there's no way of quantifying
each
that.
gorilla killing one or two people.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Unless they like literally were all dropped off, which I guess they were.
It would honestly less depend on like the time they could take them out in time, and more like how much they can contain it.
Yeah, like
if they spread like to the whole island, fucking things up, then that's one thing.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. We want to just do like one more for the road here. Let me find a really. Oh, there's a Calvin and Hobbes one, but it was Calvin and Hobbes, but they have Vicky's like Vicky from the Fairly Odd Parents as their babysitter. But I want to find.
I feel like Calvin. I don't know about Calvin. But he's clever enough to not to deal with that shit, right? He's not clever, I guess, but
like the kid. Well, I mean, like
he's self-aware not to take that shit though.
Yeah, but like. I needed to like click what they were asking. Like
okay,
they could have been like, okay, so, okay, these are challenges. I want to battle. See, they got like different types of like stuff. Okay. So this is one T-Rex. So this is just a straight battle. One T-Rex versus 50 Riley Reeds, like the porn star. This to me is, I actually just think the T-Rex would, hand to hand, everyone's bloodlusted. Arena.
I still think the T-Rex would stop because I don't know. 50 isn't really nearly enough to be like, okay.
To overpower it.
It's a lot, but like.
I would say you would need like 100. I think you need 100.
Yeah. 50 is not enough because like the T-Rex would wipe out enough of them before they would really get anything done with 50 people, I think.
Yeah, okay, let me find one more because that was kind of a dud, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, here we go. This is a good one to finish off with. Also, I forgot to say what user did that one. That was FRFR777. That's who made that last one. So this new one, if I can actually find it, is who would win in a fight? A man that can perceive time at 0.5 speed, so like half speed, versus a trained boxer. So the man can perceive time at 0.5 times speed. Will he be able to beat a trained boxer?
I need to remember how like I've seen YouTube at 0.5 speed. Is it really like? It's still like. No, so like, no. I can
say it takes like a second to punch someone. It's actually going to take that guy 2 seconds.
I really have to see, but I think the other guy the 0.5 speed would win.
Yeah. If
he was really like focused, it'd be one of those things where like if he got hit though, I don't know how that would work, but he would still get hit, right, and hurt, and like. Yeah, no, because it's just that he can perceive doesn't mean it's not happening at that speed.
See, because it all depends on his like reaction skills, like because I feel like. Also, I guess a good question is: does the trained boxer know this guy has like 0.5% speed? Because like I feel like if the trained boxer ultimately knew that this guy could perceive time at like half speed, he could like do some mix-ups. He could do some mind games to be like. But like I don't know. Then like even if you're doing a mix-up, the guy just sees it.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like at 0.5 speed, like the whole point of a boxing is you're going so fast. But I guess that point, like half speed isn't like that bad. I'm trying to think like.
See, I think the boxer, and the only reason I say that is because I think at the 0.5 speed, you could like you could block some of the dodges. You could like get a couple good hits in, but like that boxer knows how to hit.
Yeah.
He gets one hit in.
Yeah.
You just get knocked on your ass.
Yeah, I had this discussion with Corey that was interesting. Corey asked what $1 million, like one of those million, I don't know what the amount was, but I didn't have to win a fight. I just had to be in a fight with Mike Tyson and be in one round or something like that. One round in the ring with Mike Tyson. I was like, sure.
For $1 million? Yeah, sure. You get knocked out for $1 million.
But he kept saying it like there's a good chance I'd die. And I was like, I don't think there's that. Like, I'm like, is he trying to kill me? Because that's one thing. But if he's not trying to kill me, then I think I should be. He's like, are you sure? I don't think you realize how brutal he is. I'm like, he's not going to.
Yeah, but he's
what are the
not
chances
gonna,
of me
like-
dying? Like,
Yeah, I don't think like you would be seriously hurt. Like seriously hurt, but like I also you could just like take a hit on the arm and then like collapse and be like, I'm hurt, how you win? Like what's stopping me from that?
like you don't have to beat him. You just need to. I think it
Like it would be a better
It might have been like a certain period of time. Like you just had to be in there for a certain amount of time,
and he was just gonna beat on you until
or like
the end.
you go as hard as you could, like not get down. Like all you have to do is just not get out.
Because like
But,
if it was like you are in a ring with Mike Tyson for a minute, and no matter what happens to you, he's gonna keep fighting you for a minute.
You could
I would
die.
say no. He would kill me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, a minute definitely. A minute, no way.
Okay. How? You think 10 seconds? Like okay. He is actively trying to kill you. Okay. Like his goal is to kill you.
10 seconds?
How many?
I could do 10. I could probably.
You
do
think
10
you can do 10
10
seconds?
seconds? Like literally, all I have to do is just run away as hard as I can.
I don't
for
think you
10
can run
seconds.
away from Mike. First of all, you're in a ring. First of all,
Yeah, but you just kite him. It's 10 seconds.
but like
I just need not to get knocked out in 10 seconds. I could probably
Yeah.
like even with a minute, like I
'cause
could,
even if like he immediately comes over to you, decks you in the face,
I
and
just
you
wouldn't
get
wanna
knocked
try a
out,
minute,
that
but, like, you
talks
could-
like 6 seconds maybe.
yeah.
But then you could get like a good kick in your head or something. I don't
I don't think boxers are like literally like guaranteed knockout punch like fucking like Little Mac from.
Yeah, but against us though, Mike Tyson hits you in your face, dude.
Yes, with a good hit. Yes, I understand.
You get knocked out.
But like, if you're not trying to hit them and you're just focused all on not trying to get hit,
Okay, 10 seconds. That's
like if you just put your arms like kind of
Yeah,
away
just
from your
do that.
head and just like
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
Like I said, like even like a minute is feasible, but I just wouldn't personally want to try.
Yeah. Okay. That is fair. So, well, I guess we should probably wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed just me and Matthew talking about Call of Duty, Black Ops for 15 minutes and then going over random hypothetical fighting questions. I had a lot
Not
of
much
fun.
Going off in the
Yeah, we're just
Limelight.
this podcast is just whatever. But I think that's what's going to ultimately make it fun. I think like. You know, we're not forcing ourselves to just talk about something. We just talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And
At least we're passionate about this rather than.
yeah, there'd be times where like we were running out of topics and like
Well, it's just we didn't know like if we all had input on every topic we picked, then that'd be fun. But like it got to the point where like literally every topic.
yeah, 2 out of the 3 would be like, yeah, I know that, and the third person's like, well, I'll go along with it. I
Honestly,
guess.
we're having a hard time just getting one where like one of like.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're on episode 27 now. So, but now we got these beautiful Neon Apes over here. So, thank you guys so much for for watching and listening. If you are on Spotify or any other podcast platform for that matter, and we appreciate you guys. And if you guys have any suggestions for things we should talk about in the future, let us know. Also, if you have any, I think something that is kind of fun to just do is if you guys have any like arguments you've been having with your friends or like hypothetical questions or something like that, let us know in like comments on YouTube.
Or honestly, just anything you think is be fun to talk about.
Yeah, to kind of like debate and talk and argue about or anything at all. Let us know in the comments down on YouTube, and we appreciate it. But next time we'll hopefully have Daniel back here, maybe some special guests and stuff like that. So stay tuned, subscribe, see all that micro content and stuff like that. But yeah, thanks. Bye.
Bye.